The lighting on the Elegoo Centauri Carbon, it's bad, like really bad. Today, I'm gonna be fixing it. I'll be adding some incredibly bright LED strips and a slick community designed riser that makes working inside the printer actually possible. This upgrade is gonna be easy. It should have been like this from the beginning. Elegoo has since rectified this in the later versions of this printer, which is a whole nother topic. Let me show you how I did it and how it makes a big difference for working inside the printer and even helping out the built-in camera. The lights that I went with are one of my favorite ones that I've used on pretty much any of my lighting upgrade videos here, and it's these Howtix LED strips. These things are not terribly expensive. I think right now they're about $23 on Amazon. What makes these so good is the fact that they are very bright. There's also a diffusion layer that goes over all the LEDs that really makes it a nice, even light across the board. I'll have links for everything down in the description below, including a link to Amazon for these and the link for the upcoming riser I'm about to show. The riser that I went with is riser from Jesus Freak over on Printables. What makes it so cool is it has these built-in vents that are print in place, and it allows you to open them up if you want to print in PLA or PETG. You know, something where you actually have to vent all that hot air. If you need to print something, say ABS or anything else like that, you can just close them up and be good. When you print this out, you're gonna have 4 of these pieces right here, and you're also going to have 4 corners. What makes this super special is the fact that they did label which piece goes where on the part, which I thought was really cool. On this one, there is a section cut out so you can run your cord. I ended up printing these in Bamboo Labs ABS because I wanted something that was going to be strong, but I also wanted something that was going to be heat resistant. It's kind of important when you're trying to vent hot air. I did print these on my Elegoo Centauri Carbon as well as my Prusa Core 1. Get subscribed for a video on that because it's coming soon. Let's go ahead and get these built up and the lights installed. Because they are individual parts, I have found in the past where if you don't glue them together, it doesn't work well. What I'm going to be using today is this No Clogger 3D printing glue, which I think is just their brand of super glue. So we're gonna give this thing a shot. Let's go ahead and find where each one is. Left front, rear left, right front, right rear. I hope that's right. Let's go ahead and just mock these up. These slide in just like this. They use just a dovetail system to kind of slide into each other. I'm gonna do a test fit. I hope that I am doing this properly. Okay. So now that I have this assembled in the right direction, we can put this on. Bam. Perfect. Now, something to point out to make this a little bit easier to build is that all the text will be facing you. Rear left, front right, rear right. And now we need to get the lights installed onto this. Actually, first we're gonna glue it. There is an option to print this in one piece, but because I don't have a printer large enough, I could have used today's sponsor, PCBWAY. PCBWAY doesn't just do PCBs, they also do metal CNCing and 3D printing. It's really easy to get started. All we need to do is come over to the CNC 3D printing dropdown, select 3D printing. We can go ahead and upload our file that we want to upload, which is this one right here. Now we can select our quantity. We would only need 1 of these for this particular instance. Millimeters, let's go PETG, in black. To put parts or threads, inserts, nope. Product description, I'm just gonna put other, plastic case, because I'm not entirely sure what to put there. And now we could just hit submit request. You would make an account, get a $5 welcome bonus. And once you submit your files and all the necessary parameters, files will be reviewed by their team of engineers and you'll get a quote to check out. Having them actually check to make sure everything is going to print properly before they send it to print is really cool. All right, so I'm gonna use this new No Clogger 3D printing glue. Wow, that's a big bottle. That's awesome. I'll have a link down to this in the description below if you wanna check it out. And I probably, oh no, it's open, let's go. Cool, so let's go ahead and pull a piece off. I'm gonna glue it. Use a paper towel, just kind of clean up the excess. Same with this side. let's go ahead and get these lights open while this dries, because this might take a little bit to dry. Got a roll of LEDs, our massive power brick, maybe a little overkill. I always have a little bit of problem doing this. Kind of have to think about it before you unleash the adhesive here so you can get everything in right. Keep in mind where the end is going to go here. You want to make sure that this comes out right here. This might actually not be so bad. Go ahead and pull the adhesive tab, bend it to where it goes in nicely. There we go. The hardest part is the corner, but they actually have designed this one pretty nicely, actually. The adhesive on this seems to be pretty good as well. We're probably gonna need to make a cut right here. It's in, the corners are okay looking. Let's go ahead and get this thing installed onto here. Now that it's all glued up and the lights are installed, should be pretty easy. Pull this off. Got this, front to left. Wait, is that right? Front, yeah, okay. And now we can put our glass back on. Because this is a print in place, you do actually have to break these free. Right now it is pretty stubborn. Now if we just push hard, now it's broken free. Now that everything's installed, let's see how much of a difference that this makes. Wow, look at that. That is significantly better. You can really see inside. Look here, let me turn it off again. It's pitch black in there. And now it's on. Huge difference. Look how bright that is. Being able to see what's going on inside this printer is so much better. This is going to make the live view so much better. It'll make the time lapses better. Thank you to the printables creator, Jesus Freak, and the community that helped build this. If you want to do this yourself, there will be links down in the description below. You can print these yourself. You can get the lights over on Amazon. They're only like 23 bucks. That's a great deal for these. If you found a better lighting mod than this, let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what those setups are. Now, if you want to see all the issues I had with this printer, you should definitely check the video right here where I review the Elegoo Centauri Carbon.